It's nearly the end of 2022 and one of the biggest films of the decade, Avatar: The Way of Water, has finally been released in cinemas.
12 years after James Cameron first introduced the secret and fascinating world of Pandora, a lot has changed in the world of movies. There are superhero films in plenty. We have seen movies evolving with time in terms of cutting-edge technology, and what seemed ahead of its time in 2009 now seems run-of-the-mill.
True that. Kshitij and I both watched the 2022's biggest release, the much hyped, highly anticipated and talked about film, Avatar: The Way of Water on IMAX. And we have some conflicting and some similar thoughts on the film. I want to first quickly ask, Kshitij, the film has earned a spot in the Best Film category of Golden Globes. Do you think it's a worthy nominee?
I think it is as good as any of the other movies in the category. So yes, I think it does. For me, I had a similar impression that I had with the original. The visuals were absolutely jaw-dropping throughout. Nobody can doubt Cameron's vision. But beneath all that eye candy, it seemed that the film told a conventional story and very conventionally. So let's start with the positives, Shomini.
Right.
What did you like about the film?
VFX, and more VFX. The first film, I think, was visually stunning, and 12 years later, nothing's changed. It still remains one of the most beautiful films shot. I have to give credit to Cameron for visualizing in such a grand scale and making it look larger than life.
Right. Apart from the CGI, the film was also artistically pretty. And I felt the new one pushed the boundaries even further.
True. It also tried to flip the narrative a bit. Usually in Hollywood films, aliens always invade the earth. They attack, they are the evil forces. But here they flip it in the sense that, they have humans invading Pandora and
Right.
They are the evil ones here. So that kind of, changes the balance a bit, and it's very interesting to see that.
Right. The story, like the original, parallels what humans have done and are still doing to the indigenous populations and their flora and fauna. Like the film said, we should protect our forests. And in The Way of Water, it does the same with the oceans. Unlike the original, I felt the characters were better done in this new film. It was still surface level, but at least they were not there merely to service the plot. That's all for the positives. What in the film did not work in your view?
The length, the story took too much time to establish itself, especially the first half, where the Sullys are moving from the forest to the reef and take refuge. I thought it took ages to establish that narrative.
Right. There wasn't enough plot to justify that runtime. The final act was quite action-packed, I thought, and fast-paced, but it still felt it took forever to end because of the grinding that had come before.
Agree. It felt like Cameron just wanted to show off the technology that he and his team had been developing for many, many years now.
Right.
I also thought it was a very generic story. I know how the story is going to be panning out, who will die when, what is going to happen, who will fight. Everything was very predictable.
Right. And the portrayal of native cultures being one with nature and technology is totally evil was a little simplistic and sweeping. Indigenous populations have also made animals extinct.
That's a bit of a controversial line right there, Kshitij. But I also found the film very stereotypical in the sense that, they have the way they speak, the Native Americans, the Africans, their accent, the look,
Right.
Everything, they're paying tokenism. There's a bit of tokenism in the film. So finally, Kshitij, would you recommend this film to anyone?
If you watch movies just for the visual beauty, you should not miss Avatar: The Way of Water. But if you want an original story and exciting characters, please look elsewhere.
Ouch. I also like the way you're calling it Avatar and not Avatar, because clearly that is the right pronunciation.
Right.
But if you do watch it on the biggest screen possible. Do share your thoughts on the film with us. And for the full review, log in to WIONnews.com. Till then, see you. Goodbye.